Hey everyone, welcome back to Eerie Narratives, where we dive into the darkest corners of real-life chills and terrifying tales. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and share this with your friends, because once you hear this one, you won't sleep the same. This is the horrifying story of the burned girl of Suite 13B. It happened at Willow Creek College, a small liberal arts school tucked away in the humid backwoods of Louisiana. The campus looks picture-perfect during the day, Spanish moss hanging from ancient oaks, old brick buildings, but at night, the shadows feel wrong, especially around Hawthorne Hall, the oldest dorm on campus. Most students avoid the third floor if they can help it, and nobody ever takes Suite 13B. Freshman Mia Thompson arrived late that August. Her parents had driven her 6 hours from Baton Rouge, insisting she toughen up and stop acting like a kid. Mia was quiet, bookish, the kind of girl who preferred headphones and novels over parties. But she begged them in the parking lot. "Mom, Dad, please, just let me come home. I promise I'll study harder there. This place gives me a bad feeling." Her dad laughed it off. "Mia, you're in college now. No more excuses. The housing office said this is the last open spot. Be grateful." They dragged her suitcase up the creaky stairs to the third floor. The hallway smelled faintly of smoke, even though no one had reported a fire in years. Suite 13B's door was already unlocked, like it was waiting for her. Inside, 2 narrow beds, a shared desk, peeling wallpaper, and a single window overlooking the dark quad. Her parents hugged her stiffly, told her to make good choices, and left. Mia sat on the bed, hugging her knees, whispering to herself, "It's just a room. It's just a room." That first night, the knocks started, soft at first, like someone tapping politely, then harder. Mia froze under the thin blanket. "Who's there?" No answer, just silence, and the faint smell of something burning. The next morning in the common lounge, a junior named Riley pulled her aside. Riley was one of the few upperclassmen who still lived in Hawthorne. "You're in 13B? Girl, why?" It was the only one left. Riley leaned in, voice low. "Listen, back in the 70s, a sophomore named Elise Harker lived there. She was head over heels for this guy, football star, big man on campus. When he rejected her in front of everyone at a party, she lost it. Invited him up to the room later that night, but it was a trap. She doused the place in lighter fluid, lit a match. The whole suite went up. Elise burned alive, screaming. The guy barely made it out. Everyone else in the hall just watched. No one called for help until it was too late. They say she still wants justice for the people who did nothing." Mia forced a laugh. "Come on, that's just a ghost story to scare freshmen." Riley's eyes were serious. "People have died in that room since then. Falls from the window. Accidents. Just be careful." Mia brushed it off, but that night the whispers began. At 3 a.m. she woke to a girl's voice, soft, cracked, right beside her ear. "They watched me burn. Why didn't they help?" Mia sat up, heart pounding. The room was empty, but the air felt thick, hot, like standing too close to a bonfire. The next few days got worse. Shadows moved on the walls when no one was there. The mirror fogged up even when the shower wasn't running, and words appeared in the steam. "Help me." Mia tried calling her parents. "Dad, something's wrong here. Please come get me." Her dad sighed on the line. "Mia, enough with the drama. You're there to study, not make up stories. Grow up." She hung up crying. That night the temperature spiked. The smoke smell returned, stronger, choking. And then she saw her, a figure in the corner, charred skin, blackened dress clinging to bone, hair gone, eyes glowing like embers. "Elise, you think you're safe?" The voice rasped. "They ignored me. Now you'll feel what I felt." Mia screamed, ran for the door, but it wouldn't budge. The lights flickered, heat poured from the vents like an oven. She pounded on the walls, begging for help. No one came. In the morning, Mia was found curled on the floor, hyperventilating. Her suite mate, poor sweet Jess, had moved in the day before. Jess tried to comfort her. "It's okay, Mia, just a nightmare." But that night, Jess changed. Her eyes went glassy. She stood over Mia's bed, hair falling over her face like a veil. "They didn't help her," she whispered in a voice that wasn't hers. "Now they pay." Mia backed away. Jess lunged, hands like claws. Mia fought, scratching, screaming. Somehow she broke free, ran down the hall banging on doors. No one opened. Everyone pretended not to hear. She made it to the stairwell, then to the window at the end of the hall. The drop was 3 stories, better than burning. She jumped. Blackness. When Mia opened her eyes, she was back in Suite 13B, on the bed. A week had passed, her phone showed missed calls, texts from worried friends. Jess's body lay on the floor, neck twisted unnaturally, skin blistered like she'd been scorched from the inside. The smell of charred flesh filled the room. Elise stood over her, smiling with cracked lips. "You tried to leave, but this room doesn't let go. Now you're mine. You'll carry the pain. You'll warn the next one, or watch them burn too." Mia screamed until her voice gave out. Days later, the door was finally forced open by campus security and a few brave students. They found Mia sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth, laughing softly while picking at her own arms until they bled. Jess's body was gone, officially ruled a suicide. The room was sealed. But they say Suite 13B is never truly empty.
New freshmen still get assigned there when housing overflows, and late at night, if you listen outside the door, you can hear two voices now, one begging for help and one laughing, low and burned. They say Mia's still in there, waiting, watching, ready to make sure no one ever ignores the screams again. If you're at Willow Creek, stay away from Hawthorne Hall, and whatever you do, don't take Suite 13B. Thanks for watching, guys. If this gave you chills, drop a like, subscribe to Eerie Narratives for more true horror stories, and comment below, would you stay in a room like that? Sleep tight, if you can.